Jerry, as always, that's spot on. I think you. I've known you for a lot of years, and I know that you've learned a few things in that amount of time that I've never heard anybody else say. And it's because you've dealt with people in this line of work for over 30 years now that you've come to some of these conclusions. And I'll tell you, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show, because I think you just have remarkable insight that our viewers could benefit from. Paul, we have a call from Betty in upstate New York. Is that right? Betty, can you hear me, Betty?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, you have a question for Jerry?
Yes, I do. Jerry, how can you change this pattern we're talking about?
What do you think, Jerry?
I think it's a great question. And, basically, how do you change a self-defeating negative psychic pattern? Is first to recognize that it is. And a lot of times when people are doing so well and they're in recovery, they think they've made that change. They think they've had that, what they call in the 12-step program, a psychic change. But what I've come to understand is that it really isn't a change. It's basically them doing what they want to do. And the true way to change that self-defeating psychic pattern is for the person to step up and do things that are good for them or maybe good for someone else in recovery that they really don't want to do. By doing what they don't want to do, they challenge the emotion, they challenge that pattern, they get that distinction I spoke about earlier when I graphed this thing out, and that's how they change their life, by learning to do the right things when they absolutely do not want to do it. And that also builds self-esteem, and that produces a great sense of personal worth and something fighting for to maintain and stay in their recovery. Thanks, Betty.
I love upstate New York, Betty. It's beautiful up there.
Yes, we like it too.